Okay, so we agreed to do the biopsies every 3 months. At that point, I'm gonna put a pin on it. Tried to work with that woman, ended up finding out, it was worse working with my shaman. Now, you might be wondering how I found a shamanic practitioner to work with. So again, this is synchronicity, God source creator really directing me. One Sunday morning was in bed, opened YouTube, and this woman who I follow who reads cards, who I just enjoy, she's older, she's got good energy, and I just feel like I want to support her. So she put this announcement. She started a new channel about manifesting, and I was like, awesome. So I went and I listened to it, and at the end of it, I was like, oh, I didn't realize her story. It's really cool. Now I know why I was following her, why I felt so compelled. So I go to her website for the first time ever, and the first thing that I see are the practitioners that she works with, because she's like, I don't really work with people anymore. And one of them was a shamanic practitioner, and I felt so drawn. I immediately messaged him. And I was like, hey, I saw you on such and such YouTube. I would really love to connect. What do you do? And he's like, well, I like to meet first, see about our energy, if we're a good fit, see what my guides say, and then we'll go from there. We set it up. We had the meeting. It was great. It was so much longer than it should be because we just had so much to talk about. We just really connected. And at the end, because again, I didn't want to share information with him. So at the end, I'm like, I hear you have to tell him you're Ainana. And I'm like, okay. So I was like, oh, by the way, I'm Ainana, I'm Ainana. And he's like, okay. And you could see him looking at me like, this is possible. I believe in this, but what are the chances she would come to me? And then he goes, well, I work with Ereshkigal. No, I didn't know you work with Ereshkigal. And I'm like, he's like, you do know who she is? And I was like, I do not know who she is. And he's like, she's Ainana's sister. And then he starts telling me the story between them, which I had no idea because I try not to research and I just let information come to me so it's more organic. So fast forward, we're having our first session and he's dealing with some things in my womb, which I'll talk about more in depth in another video. However, this was really important because apparently, Ereshkigal's there, and she says to him, tell my sister, I've got her, she's going to be okay. And you could see his whole face change, and he doesn't entirely wear, I hear a lot of what he hears, I see what he hears, I'm able to do that, but I don't really share that because I don't see the point. And so you see the look on his face, and he's like, I'm like, are you okay? He's like, well, Ereshkigal just, yeah, she told me to say, tell my sister I've got her, everything is okay. And in that moment, I saw him go from having any doubt to being like, oh my gosh, this is Ainana. And he was so excited to work with me even more.
If you like this, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share so you can see more. Thank you all. I love you so much.